Good evening and welcome to another stream with Flu, and today we are playing Dune Awakening. So, have I got a story to tell you guys? So let's just say that the title should kind of give it away what we're going to be doing today, and probably for the next week. Because effectively on Sunday I decided that I was going to do quite a bit of spice mining, and I obviously that week set up a lot of stuff in the deep desert with the plan of refining it all and then bringing it back to Haggard Basin. Now that stream didn't finish until about 1 o'clock in the evening, and effectively, cut a long story short, I might have forgot to take the base down before the actual storm came on the Tuesday, which resulted in a complete wipe of everything that was left out in the deep desert. So that means all the resources that I would normally keep in here, you can see, aren't in here, because effectively they were literally all wiped, including everything that was on this character. As you can see, I've got bare basics of like a couple of things I had spare lying around, but apart from the things I had spare, I don't have a gun or anything that I originally had. And even things like the vehicles that I had out there, while I have recovered them, you'll now notice they all have the 20% damage that you receive when you recover a vehicle. So every component has, well, 15% damage. Not 20%, it's 15. But yeah, we've got damage on our vehicles as well. So not the best move, I must admit, but it is what it is. And I'm sure from this, you guys can learn how, if you do what I did and forget to be able to take down your base, then this is how you're going to recover. So yeah, effectively, well, I didn't totally forget. Like, I'm not going to say that I did this on purpose, because I certainly didn't, but at the same time I wasn't in a position where I could log on the Monday. And while I had the opportunity to do it on Tuesday, at that point I had forgotten completely. So it is what it is. And I actually see this as an opportunity more than I actually would see this as a loss. So it is what it is, and we will now experience how to recover from when you wipe and you forget to take down your base. So I kind of looking forward to this, if I'm honest, because it's something that I haven't had to do, but I see it as a great opportunity to kind of learn and see how fast it takes to recover from this. So there's a couple of things that we need to do in order to be able to even start to get back in the position we were in. Is we need to replace 2 vital pieces of equipment that we require in order to be able to go out to the deep desert and start spice mining again, so that we can try to recover. One of those is the soft step shoes, which we can get from Haggard Basin. So we'll go off and grind that until we can get the blueprint that we require for that. And then the second one is we also need to grind for the spice compressor, the Mark 5 one. Now, I'm not going to lie, I actually already have one. However, I want to burn this as if I didn't have one. So even though I actually already have one, which I have somewhere here, that'd be in the Mark 5 area. Somewhere here. There it is, this one. So why I already have one of the, actually, as you can see, I have 5 of them. The reason why I have 5 of these is because I made a load of money burning all of those like instances, the testing station number 2 and testing station number 1 in the actual deep desert. And it's from those 2 actual instances where you get the chance for this to drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that I don't actually have these 5 that are already in my inventory, already learned. And we're going to push for a 6th one. So we'll do it on the stream until I get number 6. I can't make it. But effectively, yeah, we're going to see how long it takes to recover from this. It actually falls in quite nicely because actually next week I actually have a week off work because it's my birthday on next Thursday. So it'll be good actually to see how long it takes and how many hours we burn out this. So I'm going to start a timer. This timer will start today. And we'll basically see how many hours it takes to recover from this Cronus wipe. And then it will give you guys an idea, firstly, what you need to do, what the first tasks are, and then what you then do from each step onwards, and how long roughly that might take you. So first things first, we need to go off and get these blueprints. So I firstly do need to get a weapon because I haven't made one. One that I'm half happy with. I have no spice melange as well, so literally that was all lost. But we do have some other building materials that will allow us to put out the outpost, so without having to like resource gather for it. So there will be some caveats in all of this, but generally speaking, this should be a true reflection of what it is you will have to go through. And obviously it assumes as well that you do have a Haggard Basin base as well. While I could take that extreme and like this as well, I don't really see the point in needing to go there. Because that will all depend on where you are and your skill level and various similar things. But I would say this is generally like a good reflection of an end player. If you get wiped, what you'll then need to do from that point onwards. So let's see what weapon we can make with the materials that we've got in this base. Delirium ingot. I have 0 delirium ingot. Awesome. I probably do have the resources to make some, but it's going to take me a little bit of time. For now, let's make 34 of these in my medium ore refinery, which is not efficient, but we are not in a position to be efficient at the moment. We're in recovery mode. I need 35. I made 34. Oh well. We'll add another one to that. Craft another one. And then we've got plenty of stuff to make the delirium, so I'm not too worried about that. Well, actually, let's stop that. Because aluminium takes ages to do anyway. We've already actually got aluminium here. I didn't realise that. That's helpful. That saves a load of time. Having to wait for aluminium to cook is painful. So make the 4 delirium. I think we should have everything else. Oh my! I can't believe I lost a load of this out there as well. Well, not the aluminium, but the delirium. I lost a load of this out there because I took 50. Luckily, I didn't take the whole stack. We still got some. Also, I'll be having to go out and get that. Silicon. I can make silicon. Although I don't have the refiner here, so we'll have to build the refiner. Which takes spice melange, doesn't it? Oh, we'll just have to make a... This is why I should have kept a medium one here. But again, it's a good reflection. To be fair, you probably would have one of these anyway. You would have like probably a medium one anyway. But I don't have spice melange, so we're not going to have to make that. we'll have to make the one that has no spice melange. It requires 45 copper ingot, so I don't have any copper here, I know that. So we'll have to go out and get some. Going out of this because this will mine it, be able to mine one node and get enough for us. Assuming I can find some. Holy bully. I'm pretty sure copper is really hard to get here. I might be wrong. Actually, no, copper's hard to get, not here. It's hard to get in a deep desert. It's impossible to get in deep desert. Actually, no, copper's not. Actually, it's steel, isn't it? God, my mind's all over the place. There is also, if you're an EVE Online player, by the way, there's a massive series of battles going on in EVE Online at the moment. If it wasn't for this stream being scheduled, I would be in it right this very second, streaming that instead of streaming Dune. But I am committed to the Dune cause, so I'm streaming this for obviously all my Dune fans and followers. Even though that there's an epic battle going on that I want to be involved in, which I'll be going into after this stream. So this stream will be finishing on time today, because I do not have the time to be overshooting today. I really want to get into this fight that's going on in Dune, in EVE Online. So I've got my copper, which should be plenty. I think we got like 400 or something for that one node. Oh my god, do you know what? I thought that was a copper node then. I was like, my god, that's typical. There's one right on my doorstep. Actually, last week there was actually one right outside my main fucking front door. Obviously there won't be one today because I actually need it, so it's not what you start to know. Don't forget, we've still got drops up until sometime in November. We obviously are in November, but it's towards the end of November. So if you do need those drops still for Dune, don't forget you've got the Observer pack, which is available. Let's just pick the whole stack. Good stuff. If you're doing that with like even like a Mark 5 or 6 handheld one, it would, or hip held one, it would you still wouldn't get anywhere near that. It's like a ridiculous amount for one craft. How many copper did we need? Was it 30? What did I need the copper for? Oh yeah, that was it. I need the copper for making the. Thinking, what do I need copper for? For this, which is 45. I remember that when you first start out and you've got your Mark 1 cutter array and stuff, and you pick up the rocks, it takes you ages to get that amount. You've got to one node. With the Mark 6 cuttering away on a buggy. This is also not going to be very efficient. Like, really not efficient. I think this... Yeah. One of the first things I need to do is make that medium refinery, because it's a big difference in the cost. Making silicon and cobalt paste and all that lot. It's a given. Oh, I hate being inefficient. I'm gonna have to grind the inefficiency into efficiency. At least this doesn't take too long. Like one of the back in the day where it used to be nice when you're trying to refine stuff. So once we've got this, we can make the, I think it's a small one, isn't it? Like, it's not even a large one. Oh god. Back in, feels like going a million miles back. Where should I put it? Put it like, I'm only going to put it temporarily down, like I'm not going to keep it. Might put it there. Eight more to go. Can't even remember when the last time I had a small one. I've had a medium one for like what feels like forever. Okay, here's my nice small refiner that probably has the efficiency of, oh, that's how hot. 5. It's like 2 on a medium. It's like, oh, oh, that's eating my stuff. How many of these do I need? I really don't want to do it any more than I need to. Hopefully you have a decent weapon that you can fall back on and you don't have to build one like I do. And you at least didn't leave your character there. Nice. Got a feeling it's 35. Oh, and that's slow as well. 15. What's a 15? 30. Too many. Might take a while for this to happen. Once we got this, I got a gun, I got a sword, got some water, we can go. That's all we need. Actually, no. One thing I do need to go get. I haven't even put any like shield or anything on. Luckily I have some spares. I think I'm Mark 4. I think the shield's down in this one. Yeah. Let's take one of them. One of them. Didn't even have a torch. Actually, I might have a spare torch. Might have. Not very confident I do, but maybe not. Well, there's a torch. Oh, the only thing with this one is this one's you can't turn it on and off, I don't think. Or can you? I think this is my OG one. Yeah, this is the one that you can't put on you. It's the one you got to carry. Yeah, I thought there was a caveat to that one. Oh well. I'd never use it anyway, to be fair. Although sometimes it's useful to have the light. I don't think we're going anywhere where it's going to be super dark, so it should be alright for now. Sort that out later. We're down to 11. But technically, we're only going to a low area, so I could just go for sword. But it is nice to have a weapon. Might just take one of these guns as well as my second gun. I don't think either of them have been used. Damage per shot 35. Oh, that's fairly low, isn't it? Like it's super low. Oh, maybe not. Okay, we won't take that. We'll just wait for the gun to be made. Slowly. The thing with this small one is it's super inefficient, so it takes load more of the resources to make, but it's also slower. And even the medium's like slow, but this is even slower. The silicon blocks in the other one are like twice the speed of this, and this is more like the speed of the carbon paste in the medium one. Can't wait to get enough spice melange to at least put the medium refiner down to make that part nice. We're glad to get that super well, relatively fast. In comparison to the large spice refiner. 500 spice melange. Oh. Can't believe it. I had 1,200 spice melange. Plus obviously what was in all of the stuff already as well, so altogether I probably had about 3,000 spice melange, all gone. There we go. We're one short of them actually. Delirium. Did I only put 30? I haven't used one up, so I must have only put 34. No, there I swear I put an extra one through. An extra. Four more silicon. I wonder actually, I don't even think I have enough. I've gone to go and do that, but I've just realised I might not have, I don't think I've got enough blueprints. Oh. Blueprint. sure that symbol there means that I can't make it. Let's soon find out. I think it's because I've already used it up before. Hi Femini, Joshua. How you doing? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Are you a Doom player? Good, good. We're in recovery mode at the moment. I appreciate the follow. Do you play Doom? Or GTA or EVE Online or any of the other games I play? Do you game? You do. Cool. So at the moment, I'm recovering from a mistake that I made over the weekend. Effectively, I forgot to take down my Haga Basin, well, my Deep Desert base. Yeah, I was asking what game you actually played. Do you play Dune? Or what game do you play? Or games? No, you don't. You don't play. GTA. Ah, cool. I do a GTA stream on a Monday and a Friday. So tomorrow I do a GTA stream. How long have you been playing GTA? You're good at GTA, so you can teach me then. GTA, I find easy, but I kind of suck at it in some ways. Like, I could play better at it if I actually dedicated more time to it, but I don't, so pretty much I don't. Like, it's not the hardest game to understand, but at the same time, it's not like my go-to game. I do play on the weekends, yes. I play, so during the weekend, when it comes to the streaming side of things, it just depends on my schedule as to whether a game is streamed during the weekend or not. I can't guarantee it during the weekend, but during the week, certainly there's scheduled streams that are, if you go to the schedule tab, you'll see what the schedule actually is. But as for like the weekends, this weekend I'll be streaming EVE Online because there's a massive battle happening in EVE Online, if you've ever heard of that game. There isn't much going on in GTA. I think when GTA 6 comes out, I'll be more in it, but well, it's GTA 5 online. There's kind of no point at this stage. Streaming in general? Well, streaming in general, I've been streaming for about 6 years, but I have only been streaming gaming for the last 4 months, thereabouts. Before that, I was doing things around blockchain and things like that, which is very different. Oh, do you know what I haven't made? I haven't made any ammo. Crap. I need to... I suppose we can kill stuff around here and make it. Do you stream yourself? Something I have only recently done as well is multi-streaming. So I actually stream to 5 platforms. That's something I'd never planned to do at the very start. It's like multi-streaming is just something I've had to do because it's something that is done quite heavily in the gaming community. That's been a challenge because it's quite hard to get, like, it's bad enough sometimes just one stream, but 2 streams is like, can be really awkward. How about this now? Oh, that thing, like, considering it's like a low level area, this area. So I do everything. So I stream across 5 platforms, as I mentioned, including in those 5 platforms. I also stream to Facebook, where I have a following of about 4,000 people. I also have Twitter, which uses the Twitter algorithm to do or kind of like capture people through from that, and you can do promotions through from that. The best way to like increase awareness is actually to do YouTube Shorts. So this is obviously streamed to YouTube as well, but I then use some other software which is called IQVid. They have AI software that allows you to effectively take any of the videos that you've streamed and use like their AI to effectively find things like viral moments and things like that in your stream, and effectively it will do all the work for you, cut loads of things out, put all of like little captions in, and then basically it also allows you to post it directly onto the YouTube Shorts and then schedule it. So what I then do is I have loads of those streams that go off, and that then effectively then takes those cuts from the different types of streams. So that's Dune Awakening, I've done it for EVE Online, but we'll be doing that very shortly, GTA, and also Battlefield 6, and it takes those viral moments and then I schedule them in line with when I do a stream like today. So today was a scheduled stream for Dune Awakening. There would have been YouTube Shorts that would have gone out and other publications that went out across all the other platforms as well. So that includes TikTok, Instagram, all of this stuff. So it's like it's just pushing like content out across loads of social medias, and essentially that's how you get awareness, and you just constantly keep feeding that stuff out. You only need like 1 or 2 videos to go like of your YouTube Shorts or the short videos to go viral, and that does drive traffic and awareness, and as your popularity just generally grows and you start to get people chatting in the chat and stuff like that, then things just keep growing from that point. I'm not actually interested in any promoters, but I appreciate the offer. I am fully aware of how to do it all myself, and that's no crumb on yourself, but I have a lot of mentors that are all entrepreneurs who have taught me a lot and continuously mentor me right now, so I don't actually need the assistance with that. If I got someone else to show me how to do stuff for me, then that kind of takes away what I'm doing and stuff like that. But it's nice to know that obviously people like you are around to help people. Yeah, it takes time. At the end of the day, I'm not in a rush, and I like to learn. And yep, there's 14 followers at the moment, and things are growing progressively, so I do this as a pastime and a hobby, not for like trying to be something I'm not. And I'm certainly not paying for subscribers or getting bots or getting promoters to do work that I want to do myself. I don't mind, like, if you want to provide some information, like on a website and stuff like that, or drop me an email. I'm happy to read through it and see whether or not it aligns with what I'm after. But with regards to strategies and stuff like that, like I said, I'm already being mentored by some quite big people. So I don't really want to mix too much with what I'm already kind of in the progress of doing. But if it kind of ties in and won't conflict with what I'm already doing, then I'm happy to listen and give it a go. Like, I have tons of tools like vidIQ. I actually have a coach from vidIQ as well. I also have YouTube, TubeBuddy. It's like, there's quite a lot of different things I have and connections I have as well. So if you can add value to what I already have, I'm open to listen. But I hear promoters all the time that try and promise a lot of stuff, and as soon as I usually speak to them and go to depth, what I'm not saying your offering is, but what a lot of their offerings is, doesn't even meet what I'm after or what I would be interested in. Like, a lot of them are aiming at complete people who have no clue about what they're doing, and like I said, I already have a lot of support. Get the water, that'd be useful. Second me having to use my own. Behind you. Oh, I can't actually remember where the blueprint is in here. But I do know the blueprint I do need for the soft step shoes is in here, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, it is the last boss area. There is no like chest box in it, just in case. Free money? Oh, it's not much, but every little bit counts. We've already been in this room. I thought we've already gone around in circles. We still don't have the pentashield key for that. So I need to find where the wristband is for that. And I keep forgetting I need to I do also need to... I don't have any cutting array on me, do I? That's alright. We'll have to get scraps. If I can get a scraps, I can make a cutting array. And if I can make a cutting array, then I can probably mine one of the scrap nodes. Although I don't recall seeing a scrap node. Many's respawned, but nothing else did. Must be in here. I must have missed it somehow.
Welcome, visitor, to Imperial Desert Testing Station number 197. I am Station Supervisor James Strong with the...
That's the way out.
Yes.
So, on the opposite side of that, that's the way out. Pretty sure. Those like the blue capacitors and advanced servox. See how like little you get here. That's probably how little you should get everywhere you go. However, as soon as you go out to deep desert, you get a ton of those, and they then become literally a waste of time because you get so many that you just can't use them.
There's someone here.
Why not continue down there? Clearly I didn't. There's no... oh, there it is. I swear we've been here. I'm sure this is where we came before. How did I miss this? Yeah, because we did got that before. I must have literally walked past that and not even noticed it. Oh well. That's fine. We've got it now. We should now be able to go through that big penalty shield area. Where the big force field is. There's quite a load of stuff in here, but you probably will be like me in the fact that you're high level with high skills, so this area should be really easy for you. And I don't even have heavy armor on. Like, this is light armor. Obviously, it helps I've got a decent shield, but I'm taking some assumptions that you are not completely going to be wiped, and you will have some decent resources. Wendy boy. I am just going to scan through here just to make sure I don't miss the main box, but I'm pretty sure the main box is in the end room. It's been a long time since I've come in here, and I always dreaded having to do this again, and I knew I was going to have to do it at some point because those soft set shoes don't last forever, and now that they've taken away the infinity fix, that you can't make things brand new anymore. That'd be nice. Some nice resources.
Identify yourself. Someone here. Identify yourself.
That person jumped down. It's like, they were definitely not there a minute ago. I'm pretty sure this takes heavy, because I generally am a heavy guy with my heavy darts. It does. The only thing with going around here is you do not get heavy ammo, you only get light ammo, which is completely useless in a gun that takes heavy darts. Totally forgot about the need of having to get ammo. Oh, they don't hurt too much even when they do penetrate the shield, but they do hurt a little bit. Just take one of them out first. Bleeding.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
They're here.
Lazy slice. It's fruit. Doesn't matter about stamina. So one thing I hate actually, Dune Awakening, is stamina recovery in Dune Awakening is like one of the trickiest things to try and handle when you're using a sword, because you kind of have to be out of attack mode to really be able to recover from the stamina. So you're in a bit of a catch-22 when you're in the middle of a battle trying to recover from having strikes and run and do everything else. And even your like skills that you use, especially with Bene Gesserit, that still uses stamina. Eating me? You ignore mine. hate when they dodge. So annoying. Okay, we're not far from the main room now. Or, I say room, it's not really a room. It's a big area, if I remember rightly. Or have we gone through it? Maybe we went through it. Oh, this is the main room. So this is where we get the chance to get the chest. And we've got it. Stuff set boots. First attempt. So this is what we've come to here for, the soft step boots. And this is what gives us the 40% worm, minus worm aggro. So that helps us when we're out in the deep desert. That's what we had before. This is what we've got again. We obviously need to build them, but we'll do that once we get the next blueprint. So now it's out of here and to the deep desert, and we need to now burn through the testing station number 1 and 2. Remember rightly, and I can't remember. I think it's out this way. It should take us to that room that I mentioned before. Can't remember going up here though. I have tons of that stuff. I'm definitely not taking it. The stuff that's in that taller one. Like even the blue capacitor things, I don't need them, but at least I can sell them to an NPC.
They require assistance.
Anything in here worth taking? Be some money in here. Nope, no money. Oh, that there is money. Yeah. It's only scraps, but scraps are scraps. You're rare anyway. You may as well take it. That stuff I won't take. That's like literally. Like starter stuff, which I really do not want to take that stuff. Okay, so we should be able to now go out if I remember rightly. This backtracks us a bit, doesn't it? It takes us out. Is this the way we just came? Am I going the right way? I'm not convinced. I think I might have took the wrong turn. It's the only thing with these things. If you don't do these places enough, they can, you can get quite lost quite easy. I think this is out, isn't it? Yeah, this is out. Okay, yeah. This is the room that takes us out. Okay, so this is back to where we are with the ornithopter. It's just there, and then we can get out and onto the deep desert. So that's one down of 2 items that we need to get now, so that we can start spice production again. Now I'm not going to build the outbase until we've got the stuff that we need to know that we're going to actually be out there for enough time to make it worth it. But as soon as we've got the stuff we need, then we'll build the outpost base in the deep desert. then the first thing we'll do is build a small spice refinery, because we obviously don't have any spice at the moment. And then we will work our way up to making the medium ones of both the chemical plant and the spice refinery. I'm not expecting this to actually take that long, if I'm honest. Like, I could be really wrong, but even though I've lost a lot of stuff, I think the longest thing it's going to take to do is the metal. I can't actually see the spice taking us that long to recover. But I do remember having to do all of the metal gathering and stuff, and then doing the refining for that. I do remember going through that at the time and thinking, God, this is painful. And that was when I was slowly building it up. So having to do this now to try and build everything back up to where we were, it's going to be quite a mission. So we'll go into this. Normally we go here. That's where I normally build the base. However, we're going to the opposite side, because that's where testing station number 1 and testing station number 2 is, that we're now going to be grinding until we get the blueprint that we need. The additional blueprint you need, because obviously I have 5 already, but I'm going to assume you don't, so we're going to see how long it takes to get one. I think the first one's just around this corner, and then the other one's around the other side. I usually come from the opposite side of the deep desert, so I'm not used to coming through that door. I haven't done that for a long time. Yeah, it's just down there. Didn't crash into the big rock. This is testing station number 2. One of the 2 places where this drops. Now, they have recently changed where a lot of this stuff all drops, and I'm not actually sure. I think I just picked up a gun that I don't want. Let's get rid of that. And these. One good thing around here is I'll be able to get the darts I want, the heavy darts. But they have changed as well the loot mechanics and what drops where, and I'm not 100% sure whether or not there's less chance now for the blueprints that did drop in just Station 1 and 2, and whether or not they've now been spread out to other places as well. So this might be a bit of a learning curve. We'll burn it fully today and see whether or not we can burn testing station number 1 and testing station number 2, and see whether or not we actually do get one. If we don't get one by the end of the stream, what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of research to find out whether or not they still do drop regularly from these testing stations, and to see whether or not it does fall anywhere else, because if it does, then we'll explore that. But for now, I'm just gonna have to assume that it does. As you can tell, I've got to be a bit more cautious now, because these are proper tiered ones, enemies, unlike where I was before where they were low level. These are actually the right tier size for me, so they will hit hard. while I'm here, I will also get these little thermal coolers, because that is essentially how I made over £9 million or million Solari in Dune Awakening, was to sell just those thermal coolers on the player market. It's a really good, lucrative way of making money in a deep desert if you don't want to do spice mining, etc.
Incoming! I'm out!
Burning from my shield. One thing. Need to start using my skills more. Should be able to actually start using my gun now. We've got some ammo. Finally. This is obviously a tier 5 weapon, so it's not tier 6, but it's still good enough around here. I do normally ignore these, so I need to remember to keep looking at ammo boxes so I can pick up the heavy ammo. Literally eating for my ammo. Oh, I say ammo, eating for my health. I'm about to shoot for the shield, so wait for him to get a bit closer. I want to come out. Come here, boy. Gun is nowhere near as good as my main gun that I had before I lost it to deep desert. But luckily I didn't make the Dune Maker, or I would have been probably crying right now. I was actually thinking of making it, as I had so much so much surplus Spice Melange before. But now obviously we don't have any, so we are back to scratch when we get there. We didn't get what we were after. We got a night booster pack thing for a bike. So this one we didn't get what we wanted. We'll go to test edition number 1 now and see whether or not we can get it from there. Should I go in down there? May as well as I'm already here. Get some more thermal coolers. I have a Bend the Desert skill that allows me to, if I use dodge, to actually stop those darts from continuing to go through my shield and effectively cause me a lot of damage. It's a great skill to have. There. Everyone carries like light darts around here. I'm lucky the chests are heavy. That's what I'm after. Thermal coolers. Some more thermal in there. Won't be any thermal in there, so it's not even worth checking. They just have like random kind of like gear in them, and you get a little bit of money, but I'm not really bothered about the money. Actually, in those ones, I don't even think you get money. I think it is literally just like scrap and normally gear that's half broken. If you're lucky, you might get one that's not as broken and it's got less, but generally speaking, most of them have quite like half durability left on them, so you're not really getting much, anything decent at least. Used to be alright when you used to have the exploit that you could make everything brand new, but it's no longer a thing, so that's kind of like makes picking them up a waste of time. Changed the music as it ran out in the last one. For the other testing station, it's literally just around the corner-ish. Around the corner down the road a bit. Just a few sand dunes away. There's a little hidey hole down there. It's just down there, literally where I'm pointing now. Hopefully we can get one relatively fast, in a sense like we might not get it this or maybe the next run, but you should get it within, I'd say, like 3 or 4 runs. Like, why I only have 5 is, even though I've hammered these to death, is more because of the fact I've hammered the whole 6 of them to death. So in doing runs, I've probably only done about 20 runs all the way through, and out of that I've got 5. So I'd say 1 in every 4 runs you do normally get one, or at least that's been my experience in the past. So based on that, I would say we should get one within the first 4 attempts of going through these, but we will see. And they take about 30 minutes to reset, so if this doesn't drop on this occasion, then we'll have to wait either 30 or 40 minutes for the other one to reset, and then we can go through it again. But I remember the days when these used to be empty because everyone was running them all the time in order to get these blueprints. As you can see now, not so much the case. They are taking poison damage. Right, boy. They have nothing I want. all I want to do is literally... Actually, because we're only doing this, I'm not actually going to do what I normally do. I'd normally go down the other side in order to get the thermal coolers, but I'm not actually here for the thermal coolers, so I should barely be doing that. So we'll just go down as if we're not gonna make money, and just do this as if we're gonna do it for just the blueprint. I need to keep remembering to put my shield on. Just keep forgetting they've changed the mechanic that does. You used to be able to get off your helicopter, and if you had your shield on before you got in the helicopter, it'd still be on, but now they've changed that mechanic. For the better, but I always forget. Because I'm an OG player, I'm used to how the mechanic was, not how it is. And I still haven't got used to how it is. You've got darts, have you? Pain. Avoid that. This is why I call the game cheats. It's because when they do that, use the pedestrian skill that shit stunned them, and it has zero effect. Like how? Why does it have no effect? Game cheating on me. I'm full. Am I? Like what am I carrying? Oh, give it to them. I want heavy darts. I need heavy darts. I'm still carrying the ore around with me. Oh god. That I need. I will take that back because I probably will need more copper for whatever reason, but I just got a feeling I will need copper for something. Where is everyone? Fuck. I can dodge. Maybe stamina as well. Something. While I'm here. Why not? I'm already down here.
Eyes on enemy.
Down things. I'm assuming the one with the Gatling gun knocked my shield off, and the other one had the dart, so it instant hit. Local team.
I've got you covered.
trying to do that before, but then there was the guy with the dart behind me. If I didn't sort him out first, it's very likely he would have taken my shield down or something. It's just like really hard trying to deal with two of them in two different directions. So I took the one that was easy to take out first. And we have got one. That is the Spice Compactor number 5. So we've literally got one on the first go. So that does prove that they are still here. And we've done this way faster than I was expecting. Not gonna lie. Pick this up. What do I need? I don't need that. You used to be able to drop those into the box. They don't let you drop them in the box anymore for some reason. It's really annoying. That's all I need. So we managed to do both instances, and I've either been extremely lucky, which is possible, or everyone could have the same experience or a similar experience and not have to bet it too much. But I've shown that where they're available, and on my first run through of the first place in Haggard Basin, we've managed to get it on the very first attempt. And if I actually remember rightly, the very first time I did it to get that soft set boots, I also got it. So you'd be very probably unlucky not to get it on your first attempt on that one. This one though, however, you may have a little bit more more times that you actually have to hit 1 and 2 in order to get the blueprint. Normally, like I said, it's normally a 1 in 4 chance that I've experienced where it'll drop. Normally, if you can do it back to back, 1 in 4 times. So if it's not the first time, second or third, generally speaking, the 4th time is the longest I've gone without it actually dropping in one of those 2 stations. So effectively you're doing 8 runs altogether if you count each station, but okay, so now we've got this stuff, we'll go back, and I don't like how they've changed that as well. When you've got the vehicle recovery tool, you can no longer just access the vehicle unless you put it away, because it's a multidisciplinary tool, and all multidisciplinary tools in Dune Awakening will not allow you to do anything else until you put that tool away. I've got so used to having it still in my hand and still being able to access a vehicle, I still haven't got used to the fact that when I have it in my hand I can't do that anymore. But I understand why they've done that, because people were using it as a PvP, not exploit, but certainly kind of using it as a power play. Like how far I have to go back then for it to even register I want to leave. So go back to Haggard Basin, go back to the base, work out resources I have got and then which ones I might need to get so that we can make these 2 blueprints. And so far we're doing really well. I spent about an hour out on those runs to the 3 testing stations, and we've got what we needed. It takes you about, as you can tell from going through that thing, it takes you about 10 minutes per testing station to go through. So even if you had to keep burning those testing stations, you're probably waiting for another 20 minutes by the time you've finished the last one before you can go back to the first one again. And then it's just rinse and repeat until you get the blueprint that you need. The right hanger. Yeah, let's go and see what we need to make these. So I'll learn them both. I'll learn that too, because I'm not going to sell it, although I have a ton of them. Remember right there, we need to make sand compactor in this. Water. Here we go. So that's not the one we want, or is it? Is that the Mark 5? No, that's the Mark 5. So we've got 6 now. Remember, because we had 5 before. Now we've got the extra one. So this is the 6th one. So the parts we need. So we need 37 delirium ingot, cobalt paste. And 40 silicon. Oh my god, this is so inefficient. All this stuff grates me to make on these low-end refineries. Don't have enough water, do I? Or do I? Yeah, I don't have enough water. I need to. I can drop a little bit of water into the system because I have some water on me. But then we'll need to go out and do a body run. Undeposit all. Just to deposit. Like that much would be enough. I need a little bit of water. It's the only thing with delirium, it does quite a bit of water when you don't have much. 14, I still don't have enough. I may as well just take the water back. Actually no, I won't take the water back. We'll leave it up there for now. Oh, we've only got one unit actually. We will take a little bit more water back. It's just that it does actually cause damage to the container. But I'll take it all back for now and then we'll fill it up in a minute with some bodies. But this will mean it will take about an hour for the bodies to process. So once we do this, then we're not going to really be able to make any more progress today, but we've got everything ready for when we do the next stream. So when we do the next stream for Dune Awakening, we'll be doing the next stream depending on how Eve goes, because there's, like I said, a big war happening in Eve today and probably over this weekend. Depending on how that folds out depends on exactly what we were doing, but the plan is that we will be doing streams the whole of next week. And while I wasn't originally going to do that for Dune Awakening, I will be doing quite a lot of that time now in Dune Awakening to continue this, and we'll obviously keep a time stamp of how long it takes us and how much time we spend in order to do this full recovery. What did I come out for? Oh yeah, bodies. Go past where I need to go. Can't even remember when I came out. And when I say bodies, I need to obviously kill things and then stack. The reason why I brought the buggy out is because, like, I can only carry one body at a time. So the whole idea is that you take the buggy out with me, and then I can offload all the bodies into the buggy. And these are all lower end people, so they're really easy to kill. Don't take that much effort. Where'd you come from?
I require assistance! Eyes on hostile!
It felt like you were going to dodge then. I could be wrong, but it did feel like you were going to dodge. What the hell? Like that. I was expecting the other guys to do that. Cheating guy.
Eyes on enemy! Someone's here. I need help!
What do you mean? Load the heavy stuff. I can't pick up that body, which I noticed after I just trying to do it. Then empty all my stuff. I just need to go around to quickly cap the bodies before the bodies disappear, which one already has. Is that one disappeared? Nope. Oh, disappeared just as I got to it. It's always a good idea to cap the bodies and just put them, even though you can't pick them up. It just means you won't then lose them, because you have then about 30 minutes before it'll disappear, and it'll stay in like this, that little kind of like holding thing there. Which I still don't have enough room. Oh, it's because I already got them back. That's fine. Okay, so I've wasted 2 bodies. Annoyingly, I hate when that happens. You can actually set this up, so if you travel light enough that you can actually pick up 2 bodies, but I'm obviously not set up like that. Now I've got bodies in there, it makes it so much easier to drop off. Sometimes if I'm like really trying to efficiently do it, then I will preload a body in, just makes it easier rather than while you're out having to mess around with it. thought he had heavy darts on there for some reason. I was like, I'm sure they don't have heavy darts around here. I'm sure they're pretty light darts. But they are light. Even in here, they're light. How many bodies have we got now? Got 5. I don't want to get as many as I can now because it'll save us having to do it later when we need to go to the deep desert, because we'll need to take out a load of bodies so that we can start doing spice refinery out there. We don't want to bring all our stuff back just because it's like super inefficient to do that. Take that there because that's heavy. That's light. Just trying to make enough spaces so that we can go and get some more bodies. Normally go up here in an ornithopter, so I can't remember if you can get up there. Like, I think you can get up there, but you have to go around the other side. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get through that gap because I've tried to go through that gap before. It's just, the buggy's just too fat. It doesn't fit between the gap. So I'll have to go around. Or maybe there isn't a way up. I thought there might have been. Doesn't look like there is. Okay, there is another place we can go. Which I probably should have gone anyway, but it's a little bit more awkward to get the bodies out to the buggy. Would have been more ideal to have gone to that one. Actually, maybe there it is. That's the way up. Never done this in a buggy. I normally take the ornithopter out to do this one. Be that way, won't it?
Reveal yourself, found them! Die!
More buddy. The body. You don't get that many bodies from this one, but you get enough back kills from what you don't get from the other one. Thinking around here so these guys don't just keep shooting me. Can't remember if any of those two don't have darts or not. Even though they're like low enemies around here, still hurt a little bit. You've not got a shield on.
Need to reload!
vent. Got the body off. Body's in the same one. So that's all of these. What bodies we got now? That should be enough. Build up all the spots. So, like, I don't think there's anyone else there anyway, but we'll just double check. One more that we could carry on ourselves. Sure, there's no one else. There is a body there. Almost left one. And I didn't pick it up. I thought I did. Like, I don't think I seen the +1 peek in the body. I'm not going back that way, I'll just drive off the cliff. It's one thing for Dune Awakening. It's like really weird when it comes to like vehicle mechanics. But you can effectively jump off the highest cliff with any vehicle and it will do no damage to the vehicle whatsoever. I'm sure they'll change that mechanic at some point, but it's still a thing at the moment. First time I fell off a cliff, I thought I was going to die, and surprisingly, didn't on a bike. And I was like, oh, right. And the cliff was huge. So I was definitely not expecting to live from it. It's a bit tight around here, as you can tell. We'll offload these. This is my normal body box. It's normally just full of bodies, but obviously now it's bodies and repaired stuff that looks brand new because effectively, yeah, I obviously made it new when it was still a thing. Okay, we'll keep one on us. Actually, that's in the buggy, isn't it? So we'll just put one in our backpack. Got one on already, but we're going to need to turn more of the power generators on to turn more of these on. I just realised I've left that on for ages. I normally turn all this off, so they'll have to leave the power generators running. But I've just realised I've left all that on over the weekend. Wasted resources. It's not enough of that. Okay, we're going to turn all our generators on, and then we'll be able to turn all the death beds on, and then we'll be able to put some more bodies in. Much fuel's in these. lot, considering they've been on since the weekend. To be fair, I do leave these pretty full. Actually, I don't need that one on. I've got enough for that. It's because I actually took some of the deathbeds to the deep desert, so I don't actually have as many as I used to have. And they're obviously all lost, so... We'll take 2 more deathbeds from here, so I only have 2 deathbeds actually here now. Because I'll take 2 out, but the resources for them will double when we go up to deep desert, because they have to obviously take half the resources amount to use, so... Get body... Selected the wrong one. It's like, why can't I put body in it? It's like, oh, wrong one. These take an hour to process, and they'll give us 40,000 water, which will be plenty for what we need. Actually, I wonder if we should put more. How much leave? 2. How much delirium I only need? 40,000. So we'll probably actually best just leaving 2. Actually, I think we take the rest of the bodies to the deep desert because we're going to need loads of water for making spice melange. Because it's really inefficient when we're doing the spice melange refinery in a small to start with, and then a medium, which will get better, but it's still not a huge improvement. I think it's like 75% efficiency lost in comparison to the large one, where the small one is 100% loss. So it's not good, but we're gonna have to like burn through that pain of inefficiencies. And the water as well, it uses like twice the amount of water as well. So to get 200 spice melange, it took us 70,000 or 75,000 previously. It will now take us double that in water. So painful. That means we need to have a lot of water out there, a lot more than we would normally have. So I've got my stuff. Well, I've got my water cooking, sort of, or dripping, doing whatever it's doing, but it's sucking. So that'll make this. So that'll help us make that. The cobalt paste, or when the water for that. I don't think that requires too much water, if I remember rightly. Just check. I'll have to wait for more water. That's 50, so that's not too bad. That's 75, that's not too bad either, based on what we need. 75, if we were making... do a quick calculation. 50 times... yeah, it's not much. It's only 1,000. We've got like, I think we've got plenty of water for what we need to do. So that we've got the water to do that, the other stuff to do that, and we are now 13 minutes away from the end of the stream. what I'm tempted to do is go out and start building the deep desert base, but I won't have enough time to actually build it. So what I'll do for now is I'll prepare stuff so that we can take the right stuff out to the deep desert so that we can build it when we get out there. So we'll need all of that. We'll probably need another one. So I need to go and put some of that into production, which will require water. Can't remember how much water. We'll put some water back in the system. $50 water, it's not much. And we need the silicon. Oh, we would need silicon. Silicon. Do we have enough water now? Or not. That's bleed me dry. Oh yeah, we still got enough. I'm gonna need 2 of them. I'm so used to like doing this in a large refinery. You get one out and you get like 500 back. Alright. Again, half the efficiency. I need to put some more water in the system. Make another silicon block. I think we need at least 1,000. Maybe a little bit more, but we can always make some more out while we're out there, I guess. Or should we take too much? And we need... Oh yeah, we need stuff for the penta shields as well. Oh. I think we're gonna... It's gonna take us a little bit to build get all the right stuff so we can build the base. And we're not even building the big base either, we're only building the out base. But the out base requires light stuff, but still enough awkward pieces to make this like not just go out there and build it. I'm thinking actually I make another one of them as well, because I've just got a feeling I'm going to need more than 1,000. It's a waste of resources. It's not a waste, but it's so inefficient of resources. I don't have a container down here, so I can quickly put it in the ornithopter. Oh wow. What? Oh, that's a bit of a weird thing. Do you know what? I thought I actually had left all this. I thought I'd left my assault ornithopter with all the spice melons that we had spiced over the weekend. But I assumed when you lost your ornithopter, you lost everything inside it. However, that ornithopter's full with all the stuff that I loaded in the weekend, and I hadn't checked it. Wow, it's actually in there. Oh, that changes everything, doesn't it? Oh wow, that's quite unreal. So all the spice melange. So I've now effectively got all the spice melange that I had spent the whole weekend. Well, at least one day. 10 hours worth of grinding to get this. I actually still have it. Well, that changes almost everything. Although I still actually want to do this experiment. So whilst we do have the spice melange, which I hadn't even thought twice of looking in this. I looked in the other two vehicles. So I looked in the buggy was empty, and I'm sure I left something in the buggy. And also the scout one as well was empty, but I don't think I left anything in it. I didn't even think twice of checking this. But yeah, look at it. It's got all the stuff in it. I'm gobsmacked. I'm not gonna lie. That is weird. Okay, so if you leave your stuff in an helicopter and the deep desert eats it, apparently you'll get all your stuff back with it. Minus the health. Yeah, so we are actually coming to the end of the stream anyway. We've got like 7 minutes left. That's really changed everything. Well, it's not changed everything. I still want to do this experiment, but it's changed everything of like the pain I would have had to have gone through to make spice melange. It's nice to know that I still do actually have spice melange. I just can't use it now until I finish this stream. I'm also actually, one thing I do need to do is I actually want to put this stuff back in here. Actually, we'll take it out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it. I need to put this stuff somewhere where I don't want to be able to access it, because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to still continue the mission of actually doing this as if I didn't have the spice melange that happened to be in my helicopter. And I'm going to store it somewhere where you can't touch it. And we're going to run this experiment, see how long it takes to mine enough to get back to the large spice refinery, back to all the other stuff, and pretend none of this stuff exists. We includes this as well, because I was actually dreading having to get these, but we're going to have to go and get these as well, because I don't think I have these in my base. So we'll have to go out into Hagar Basin and go and get some of this stuff. Which was the stuff I was going on about, or the stuff that I've overlooked on, even for the small base, and that is for the pentashields. The pentashields require these, and I'm pretty sure I don't actually have spares. All the stuff I'd actually taken out to Deep Desert, which luckily some of it was in here, yeah, would have all been lost. So I will now think I'll swap some of this stuff now, and we're going to put it in the buggy, and at some point I'm going to have to move it from the buggy and move it somewhere else, but for now we'll just put it all in the buggy, because the buggy won't be accessible to any of my machinery, so stop me from being able to use it. Pretty sure that was in there, wasn't it? That and that. Take it that was in there as well. All of these would have been in there, and the batteries. I think that was everything, wasn't it? Wow, that's yeah, that's kind of changed the outlook on this, because it means now that I do actually still have that stuff. However, I still really do want to run the experiment, because I do want it. I am curious to how long and how painful this will actually be. I still don't believe it'll be that painful. But we'll soon find out, because we're going to continue the mission of doing this and having to grind everything back up so that we can get back to decent refinery. So I've got that. Yeah, that's well thrown me now. Genuine shock, because I really had not even thought twice of checking it. Yeah, I think we've got enough blocks now to build at least the actual shell. The things that we need now is we now need those circope things that I mentioned that I don't think I have any in the base, which I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure that stack I had there was my spare stack that I'd taken from my inventory. But it won't be too hard to get them, and that's why I think it's a good idea to pretend to carry on as if if we didn't have them. So I do want to run this experiment to try and replicate what could be a very painful experience for other people, and was it a painful experience for me up until I found that something I'd done luckily over the weekend half saved me. So we've got 1,250. I think that's just about enough. I might be a little bit short, but it won't be that short. Okay, so I've got those that's for the main shell. What else do I need? Oh yeah, I need stuff to make the small storage container, because I won't have any spice melange to make the large one. So I need aluminium, which I have, and I need to make more silicon. Everything needs silicon. I'll tell you what, silicon. Making it inefficiently, like really inefficiently as well. Okay, I need to put more water in the system again. So we needed 8 and I had 4, so 12. And I have 11. Enough to make 11. Need another bit of water. Oh, and I've got the aluminium of mine. How much? 45, so that'll be 90 to make 2. I didn't think I should have accessed it through here. I just, as you can tell, I very rarely do all of this. Just have like big boxes, like shuffle it all from the big boxes. Okay, so that in the silicon. Once we've got the silicon, that's it, isn't it? Just need the silicon to be made now. Is that enough? We said 8. That's going to be short, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, it's going to be short. 2 more, so we need like 3 more. I should just make the 4, but I won't. I'll make the 3. Make what I need. So, if you remember rightly, a couple of weeks back, I did mention that my base was big enough in order to do some of the refinery in, and you could probably modify it to make a big refinery in it as well. What we'll do for the purposes of this experiment is we will use the outbase up until the point where we can then make the large refinery. Once we can make the large refineries, at that stage we'll make the large base, but until that stage we'll keep the small outbase. That would just mean that if we run out of time next week, that we should be able to then not have to go out there and get all the resources for making the big base, because the big base does take considerably a lot more of those blocks. Ideally we want to get the large refinery so that we're not having to go out and spend as much time kind of getting those blocks. Although to be fair, like, we can go out in the buggy and it doesn't actually take that much because we've still got the Mark 6 kind of rate on that, which that just gets a lot of resources really efficiently and well. But yeah, we'll play it by ear with regards to that, but we won't build the large base essentially until we get close to actually getting those big refineries. Once we get the bigger refineries, we'll get those built, and then we'll get all the rest of like Spice Melange to build the rest of the actual gear back. So effectively what we will be doing is getting me back to where I was with all that Spice Melange that I actually luckily had in the assault ornithopter. So effectively it's almost like resetting myself, because I've obviously may be assuming that you may not have lost a ton of Spice Melange that you would have like been like, I don't know, hoarding. That's like one shot. Why is it one shot? I have one on me. No. So I should have just done the extra one. Oh. Think about it, I should actually store it here and then move it from here to the ornithopter. Okay, so that's for the outbase. That's the main outbase shell. That's for the storage contain 2 medium storage containers. Then we need 6 of the base power units. Or power, like these things, power generators. That's salvage metal. Oh, we have tons of salvage metal, so we'll go and get the salvage metal. And to be fair, like, you could get salvage metal so easy. I know you're gonna include that as a hard to get requirement. Like, if you don't have these, you're doing something wrong. It's like definitely the easiest resource to get. How many do I need? .5 times 6. 270. Do I need scrap for anything else? Oh yeah, I'll need scrap for some other stuff as well. 270 plus. So actually, let's just get 270 for now, and then I'll get the rest out in a minute. 270. Big up. And then I've got a load of lights. I can't remember how many lights though. I'll just see what the base cost of the lights are that I'm referring to. Which are these. So they're 25 each. I would say there's 2 on those ends. And there's probably 5. So there's probably about 12. So for now, I'm going to say, I'm going to add 2 more to it and say 14 times 25. 350. pretty sure there's no more than 6 on each side. I think there's 5, but there may be 6. I've added 2 extras just in case. Split. That should be enough to do that. Oh, should put it in the vehicle, shouldn't I? So that's the generators. The thing. Oh yeah, we need batteries. We need to go out and get the batteries. I know I did have batteries in the copter, but I've got to assume we didn't have that. So, although what I could do is take them from the base. Like the batteries at the end of the day, aren't they? You know what? I am going to just take some batteries that I already have in the base. The easiest ones to access are actually on the very top floor. I do have some like under the very bottom of the very bottom floor, you know, where I've got all my machinery. There's a false floor beneath that, and there are actually generators that are below that. So that would probably be like the fastest to get to, but that means decompiling them to rebuild. This is accessible. It's like too much. If I take like, if I do that with all of them, because they'll all be just as full. Luckily, I actually every time I go back come back from the deep desert, I always bring a load back with me. Obviously this week I didn't, because this week I didn't unpack, but normally I would. And normally when I do that, I normally bring batteries back with me from the deep desert, because they're really easy to get in the deep desert in comparison to where I am, at least in the Hagar Basin. Where I am in Hagar Basin, it's like getting battery nodes is like just as bad as getting water. Actually, water's easier to get. Go as far as saying that. Okay, that'll get us started. We can always get more batteries while we're out there. We'll also take the buggy out there as well. Means I'll need to take that apart so I can take the buggy with us. We'll need to take the buggy out there anyway, because we need to do loads of metal mining. I have to. Oh yeah. I need to drop these batteries off, but I also need to here, and there. Okay, so we've got batteries. There's something I was thinking I needed and I can't remember what it is now. I needed servots, but there's something else. What was it? Oh yeah, that was it. I was going to take this apart, wasn't it? But because I was going to take that apart, I need to get a Mark 1 welder. If I don't have one, I can make one. I think it's you only need copper to make one, to make them, and I have copper from before. Yeah, pretty sure I don't have any Mark 1s. They're all Mark 5s. Oh, we don't. Okay, we'll quickly go and make one. This is something I always do anyway. Now, my new trick is to effectively just make a Mark 1 for decompiling vehicles, because it saves you damaging a high mark or high tier welder just to take apart a vehicle. Seems crazy. Look at the copper. Where did I put the copper? Did I put the copper in? I'm sure I took out the buggy, didn't I? Sure, I took it out of the buggy. I put all the other stuff in the buggy, didn't I? Get out the buggy. Oh, it's because I haven't refined it, that's why. I just thought. And if I have to refine it, I'm going to need water, aren't I? Yep, you're going to need water, James. We'll do 50. I don't need 50, but you always need copper here and there. Get this, take the... Oh, we can't take the buggy. Oh, we're gonna have to take the buggy. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to store the stuff. Unless I have... No, I don't have any spares. But I really need... I need to take the buggy. Unless I'm making a... Because the thing is that if this happens to you, you're still going to have your vehicles, because you will recover them. You would have to have the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario would be that you lost your vehicles, you totally forgot about the deep desert altogether, and you went past the 72 window where you can still recover the vehicle. And then you'd be in the worst case scenario, where you literally lost everything, including all your vehicles, assuming that you left them in the deep desert as well. I'm in the kind of like bad situation, or was in a bad situation. I'm going off the bad situation, but assuming some things like you've still managed to recover your vehicle because you've realised still within the 72-hour window where you can still recover that vehicle. There are some lines I'm going to cross on this where I'm going to say, I'm going to make some assumption that you're not completely, but absolutely screwed. Because like I said, like if I went to that extent, then I'd also assume that you don't have a Hager basin either, because you totally forgot and you just let your base decay and everything. And I'm not doing that full scenario just yet. Although I am curious about that as well, to what it would be like if you've got all your skills and stuff, and you had to start from a resource level and then come back into the game. I think it'd be painful, but I don't think you'd struggle. But I could be wrong. I've obviously still got all this stuff, so I start from a relatively good place, but you could certainly start from a worse place. What am I going to do with this stuff in the buggy? I need to put it in another vehicle. Only thing is, the only other vehicle it can go in is my spare small one. But there won't be enough room in that to fit it all. It's the only issue. I wonder if I build... I think what I'm going to do is, we're going to end the stream now because we are 17 minutes over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build part of another buggy. So I'm just going to build the chassis and the back part, and then a storage container, and then we'll use that as the storage. So it will just be like a hovering, half-finished buggy, which we'll just use just for the storage. I think you can do that. Or I might have to put some of the wheels and stuff on it, but then I'll just leave it half built. Basically took all this apart, put the other one enough together so that I can use the storage, and then take it apart so that because obviously won't need to use storage. I'm assuming that I can do that. Actually, let's have a check to make sure that I can actually still take things off this whilst it's full. It might say you can't. But I think it's letting me. Is it letting me? Yeah, it's that. That's detaching. Yeah, so it will let us take it apart while there's actually still stuff in the storage. It just won't let us take the storage and anything off it whilst the storage is actually contained in it. But as long as we've got all the components that allow us to get to the storage container, we'll be able to store it. So we'll be able to like have a hovered half thing which just has the like shell and that back unit, and then the storage is all we need to make. 3 components, which the lowest tier for this, I think steel or maybe copper. I think it's steel actually. Shouldn't take us too long to make that, so we'll do that in the next stream anyway. So I'm going to stop the timer for now, and we'll say we've spent 2 hours so far going through and getting up to this stage, and then we'll continue then on the next stream of where we've kind of left up to for now. So thanks very much for joining us today. Catch out the next stream for Dune Awakening next Tuesday normally, but obviously we're going to be doing it over the weekend. But the next planned stream will be over it'll be over the weekend. The actual next scheduled stream though will be next Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll be doing GTA, and then on Monday we'll also be doing GTA. Over the weekend though, we'll probably be doing a mixture of EVE Online and Dune Awakening. But as for today, I'm going to cut the end of this stream short. But if you do want to stick around and you do like watching EVE Online, we are going to be doing a special EVE Online where I'm about to go and join a battle that's been going on for the last few hours. I'm hoping it's still going on, because we're going to be fighting over a fort, over a keep star, which Horde have kind of essentially it was their staging system, keep star, and we're kind of teaching them a bit of a lesson because their leaders kind of abandoned them and they've been left to fend for themselves, and their members are kind of panicking and trying to get out, and a number of them have come together, and there's number 4 fleets that have formed across EVE. There's 2 big battles probably going on right this very second, so it's going to be really exciting. So if you do want to see all of that, and if you're not even familiar with EVE, then do check that out. The stream will be probably going up in the next half an hour or so catch yourself for that. But if not, I will catch you over the weekend when we'll be catching back in Dune again. I can't give you the exact time of when I'll be starting, but just catch the notifications, so follow or subscribe to any of those platforms and you'll be notified as soon as we go live. Thanks very much and have a great evening if I don't speak to you before then. Thank you. Good night.